If you're getting ready to hit the slopes today, here's a warm-up that should have you carving moguls in no time. Please come to sit on your shins. And we've got the booty back on the heels, hands resting on the thighs. Stick your chest out. And then tuck your tailbone forward. Hollow out the front of the body, pressing the back of the heart to the wall behind you. Inhale, chest out again. Exhale, dome the back, chin to the chest. One more time. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders pulling back. Exhale, dome the back. Rise up, tuck your toes, sit back on your heels. Take a second to feel that sensation where stretching out the bowstrings on the bottom of your foot. Release that. Release to the tops of the feet. You could just sit back on the heels or maybe take the hands back behind you, planting the palms. See if you can lift your knees off the ground a little bit. This is stretching out the tops of the feet. Rock forward again, tucking the toes, and then sitting back towards your heels. And then rocking forward, untucking the feet, sitting back towards your heels, and then taking the hands back behind you, lifting knees. One more time, rock it forward, tuck the toes, sit back, and then rock it forward, untuck the toes, sit way back, rock back, and if you can, lift the knees, lift the knees. Let's come into tabletop. Tuck the toes, hover your knees off the floor, step your left foot and right hand back, and then switch. Keep the knees hovering above the floor. Step it back, one more time. Step it back. Same hand and foot are going to lift. Step it forward. Step it forward. Two more. Step it forward. Step it forward. Let's come into a down dog. So adjust your hands and feet. If you come forward in a plank pose and have your shoulders lined up over your knuckles and then push your hips back, that's your proper downward facing dog. Let's just take one breath in. Push your heart towards your feet. Take another breath in, press your heels towards the floor. Take another breath in, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Step your feet out with the toes turning out to about 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You can go further or narrower if you'd like. Hands at heart center. Let's rise up to stand. Take the hands down by your sides. Squat back down, elbows touching inner thighs. Rise up, and then take it back down. Go for 3. Take it back down. 2. Take it back down. Last one. Take it back down. Let's take a little hop forward. Another hop forward. Another hop forward. Maybe hop it back. And then come up to stand. Feet can stay about as wide as your hips. Let's come in a chair pose, bending the knees, taking the arms up. Take your right heel, kickstand it out in front of you. Sweep the hands down, maybe they brush on the floor, and then just rise them up, cactus the arms. Go again, same leg, sweeping forward, rising up, cactusing the arms. Bend that left knee, sweep forward. Rise up, cactus the arms twice more. Inhale to exhale. Last one, inhale to exhale. Switch out the feet, right, back, left, forward. Sweep the fingers down, cactus the arms. Sweep them down again, and cactus. Inhale down, exhale up. Twice, inhale. Exhale. Last, inhale. Exhale. Let's come back into chair pose. Feet parallel, bend the knees, take the arms up high. Take the left leg in the air, back behind you. Your hands are reaching into your pockets while sliding down parallel with the leg. Dip the chest as that leg lengthens back. And then rise up into chair pose. You can step the foot down. We might go a little further with that. So same leg. We're kicking the left leg back, lengthening it back, lengthening the heart forward, and then really reaching the arms back for that stretch in the shoulders. One more time. Inhale to chair. And then exhale, take that left leg back. Hold, hover. See if you can reach your hands down. You may even get them low enough to touch the floor. Blocks always come in handy. Let's rise up to stand. Take your left leg out in front of you. Bend the knee, kick through the heel. Take the arms up and over your head. We're going back down. Reaching down, tapping your fingers to the floor. This is supported warrior 3. And then as you rise up, take that left knee out in front of you. Reach the arms up by your ears. Last time. Take it all the way back. And tap. And then rising up. Taking it out in front. Reaching the arms up. Let's step back to low lunge. Hands down. Step those left toes back and then drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Take the arms up by your ears, low kneeling lunge. Sink into that back thigh close to the ground. The front knee can track past the toes. Just make sure there's no wobble in the knee. Squeeze the arms nice and straight and then just look up to the ceiling above you. Take your hands to frame the front foot. We're going to cheat the back knee back about 2 inches. Straighten your front leg. Doesn't need to go completely straight, but flex the toes back towards the shin and make sure the toes and the knees don't dial out to the side. Try to walk your hands a little further forward and then bow your head in towards the shin. Breathing all the air out to enjoy the release on the back of the body. Start shifting forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Plant your left hand down. Right arm is going to reach high into the sky. Push down into the bottom hand. Reach up through the top fingers and then sink down into that front hip towards the floor. Lower the top hand down and just start to move your way over to the wide side of the mat. Turning the toes to the side wall. Let's turn the left toes out a little bit wider and start to squat towards that left leg, but we're still facing the side wall. If you're inspired to take your hands up to your heart, you can do that. And you can also sink quite a bit lower if your hips are ready. And if you want to, kick the right heel forward, and that's going to start to stretch out the back of that right leg. Let's start to walk our hands forward into a low lunge at the front of the mat. You can go for another twisting lunge, simply reaching the right arm up, or reach forward, and then start to pivot your toes over to the right side of the mat, continuing that right hand all the way back. This is a little intense in the hip, maybe in the ankle. It's also a really good stretch for the outer hip where your IT band is residing. Let's come into low lunge, but then we're going to launch off the back leg, keeping your hands on the floor. Bend this standing knee as much as you need to, but straighten it as much as you can. Let's take an inhale. Point through the top toes. Exhale, bring that top knee in towards your forehead. Squeeze it in nice and close. And then as you kick it back again, start to get your left hand off the ground. Peel the fingers all the way up through the sky. Maybe you kick through the top heel. Imagine someone just grabbed your top foot and they're going to pull you back so you're now in the standing heel rather than the toes. Let's lower the top hand down. Bring that back knee in towards your forehead again. Now we're going to switch with the left hand underneath left shoulder. Right arm starts to peel to the sky. Lengthen that back leg. Kick through the heel. And then try to lift the leg up a little bit higher from the hip. Take the top hand down. Step your foot forward. And we're going to bring our feet to parallel. Come through chair pose. Take the hands back by your sides. Dip your ribs right on the thighs and just bounce here, pulsing with me. 4, 5, 6. Maybe tap the floor. 7. Stand all the way up. Squeeze your butt. Stick out your chest. Dip it down again. Tap. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand up. Squeeze the butt. One more time, tap it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rise up. And then take it in a chair pose. Bend the knees, arms up high. Okay, now starting on the second leg, kick your right leg back. Hands back by your sides. Warrior 3. Chair pose on the inhale. Step down, arms up. Same leg, right leg kicking back. Dipping the chest, squaring off to the floor. Rise up again. Chair pose, feet side by side. This is our best one yet. Right leg kicking to the wall behind you. Square off. All right, now fingers down to the floor. Maybe they touch, but most importantly, you're in a long leg to head relationship. Maybe they tap. Okay, we're coming up. Arms up. Bend that right knee out in front of you. Kick through the heel. One-legged mountain. Start to kick it back. The intention is we tap our fingers as low as we can. And then rise up. One-legged mountain. Taking that leg out in front of you. Great for the balance here. Kick it back. Tap. And then rise up into your Ekapada Tadasana. Okay, we're going to kick back to low lunge, hands to the floor. Try to land with control. Don't go plummeting to the earth. Adjust your legs a little longer. Back knee down, toes untuck. Arms up high. Lace up the fingers. Don't forget to switch the grip. Sink down. Take the wobble out of that front knee, meaning you're squeezing both sides of the thigh. Try to squeeze the back of your head like a grape. Maybe you want to look up and lean back a little bit. Hands to the ground. Move your back knee back about 2 inches. Straighten the front leg. Maybe not completely straight, but get those hands as far forward as you can. Breathe in deep. Toes are flexing back. Knee and toes pointing to the sky. Exhale, let it all go. Let's move into low twisting lunge. So with that back knee up, right hand is down, left arm is up, reaching up. Have a tug of war between bottom palm and top fingers, and then sink into that front thigh. Squeeze the back leg straight. Lower the top hand down. Start to walk your hands over to the wide side of the mat. Forgive the back side. And then we're going to turn those right toes out. Hands to heart center. You can always sink down lower. Low as you want to go. And then final option, kicking that left heel to the front wall. Lets the hips drop a little down. And it changes the stretch into the back of the leg. Let's walk our hands forward. Again, twisting lunge, left arm up or boomerang, reaching left hand forward. Pivot toes to the side. Sweep that left arm all the way back. And then sinking into that outer thigh for that deep stretch. Standing split, turn to face forward. Get off your back leg, tempt the fingers, point through the top toes. Lift the leg up as high as you can. Inhale. Exhale, knee to forehead. Now the standing leg can be bent, but right arm to the sky. Try to rock back into the standing heel and kick through the back heel, the lifted leg. Lower the top hand down. You can point through the top foot as you draw your knee to your forehead. And then switching sides, left arm up, kick the heel back. Try to squeeze that back leg as straight as you can. Step down into your fold, feet side by side. Chair pose. Take the arms up high. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come up to stand. Squeeze the butt. And 8, 7. Legs are parallel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand up. We want the chest forward and we're looking forward. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rise up. And then come down and pop your toes up off the floor. Now, hopefully, unless you're cross-country skiing, this will never happen with your ankles. But the ankles are moving a lot in our boots, and we want to make sure they are warmed up properly. Not with just a stretch like at the beginning, but a little bit of strength as well. Try to pop your heels as high as you can, and then reach your arms forward, palms facing down. Knees are dialing forward. Now, your heels are as high as you can, but I do find that eventually pushing them way far forward makes all of this easier. Let's breathe and rise up to stand. Slow lift, keeping those knees pointed forward, keeping the heels lifted high. Get up tall, and then we're going all the way back down. Slow and steady. Don't plummet. Keep squeezing those muscles as you descend, keeping the heels lifted high. All right, we're going up again, round 2. Heels stay lifted and squeeze at the top. Last time. Dip it all the way down. Stay steady. Continue to breathe. And then keep those heels lifted. Last time, rising up, 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 all the way up. And then release your heels down. Step your feet out. Come into a brief squat with me. And then take your hands down. Let's lower onto our shins. I'm going to face you. You could face me. It's going to be easier to stay on our mat this way. It's also easier to see what you're doing. Take your hands over to the side. You can mirror me. Planting the palms. Dip your chest low to the floor. We're just kind of like letting the hips hover off the ground. You're not collapsing completely down. Push up through center. Other side. Hands to the other side. Keeping the hips off the ground. The calves, shins are touching, just not the upper leg. Push up. Switch. Inhale, push up. Switch. Inhale, push up. Hopefully we won't be doing much of this, but here we are in case we do. Switch. One more each. Switch. Inhale through center and switch. Pass through center. Let's have a seat. Simple, easy stretch. Right leg straight out in front of you. Sole of the left foot on the inner right thigh. Tent your fingers, walk your hands forward. Same as before, we're flexing the toes towards the shin. And we're lengthening the heart towards your big toe. Breathe in, looking forward. Exhale, crawl the hands forward. Bow your head towards your shin bone. Inhale, look forward. Heart forward. Push that right leg into the floor by squeezing the thigh. Exhale. Walk the hands forward. Bow the head. Third time. Inhale. Lengthen your heart. Push the front leg into the floor. Flex those toes back. Exhale. Bow the head down. Rise up, please. Switch out the legs. Left straight. Right bent. 10 fingers lengthen over the leg. The thread between the heart and the big toe shortens as you inhale. Exhale, hands forward, bow head. Twice more, look forward, lengthen forward, push the front leg into the ground. Exhale, crawl the fingers, bow the head. One last time, inhale to lengthen. And exhale, bow it down. Rise up to sit. Scoot forward on your mat. Grab the backs of the knees. Last little core awareness. Lift your feet off the ground. Reach your hands forward. Take a breath. See if you can lower halfway down to the floor, hovering here. And then rise back up. 4 more. Dip it down. Hold, hover. Rise back up. And down. Take it up. Let's go 3 more. Hold and hover. And lift. Hold and hover. And lift. Last one, I promise. Hold and hover. And lift. Release down. Make sure you're on your mat. Tee your arms out to the sides, palms facing down. Lift your legs off the ground. Bring your hips, knees, and ankles about to 90 degrees. Let's dip the knees over to the right, pushing into the right hand, and then switch. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Take it up to the right. Inhale through center. To the left, hold and hover. Through center. To the right. Through center. To the left. Option is straighten the legs through center. Take them to the right. And scoot over. Inhale through center. Take them to the left. Hold and hover. 2 more each through center. To the right. Careful of your plant. Inhale through center. Left. Getting harder to talk. Through center. To the right. Through center. To the left. Through center. Hug the knees in. Bring your feet flat onto the floor down by your hips. Reach your hands down. See if you can touch your heels with the longest finger, and then just peek down and make sure your feet are parallel with the long edges of the mat. Lift your hips up off the ground. Lace your hands together beneath you. Walk your elbows and shoulders super side by side. And then push down into the feet to lift the hips a little higher. Think about pushing the feet away from you towards the front of the mat. That should get you a higher arc in the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other just enough to keep your knees over your heels. And then see if you can just squeeze one last time, pushing even the arms into the ground. Slowly release down. Get your hands out from beneath, tailbone to the floor. Just give the knees a windshield wiper side to side a couple times. Straighten out your legs. Turn your palms to face up, down by your sides. Push into the back of the skull to lift the upper back off the floor. And then pull the shoulder blades down the back, releasing back down. See if you can get a little wider behind the heart from shoulder to shoulder. Close the eyes. Set an intention for your day that as you take on the mountain, you will take the same mindfulness that you did in this practice together, and just allow that to translate into the rest of your day so that you stay happy and safe, courageous, and free. Namaste, friends. Have a great time on the mountain.